Rightio, folks. We go again. Another live trading session here on Trading Nuts. So stay with me as we navigate this post New York session. Last time I was on here, it was a bit of a weird one. I'm doing this Blue Guardian account, and unfortunately, I got taken out of the trade because the end of day closing trade thing kicked in. But we're going to see if we can make it a little bit better this time and get these trades in and out. I traded yesterday. I'll give you an update on that as we get going here. We'll let a few people trickle in while we get this thing underway. And while we're doing that, we will chuck in the welcome.
Hey folks, what a view behind me. I'm at Black Bull Markets headquarters here in Auckland, New Zealand. Speaking of views, you can get TradingView paid plans for free at Black Bull Markets, saving you up to $600 a year. That's right, get either the Essential, Plus or Premium plans absolutely free, and all you need to do is trade from one lot a month at Black Bull Markets. And you can also get a 100% deposit bonus for your first deposit up to $1,000. All you need to do is click the Trading Nut link in the description below. Hey, if you like futures because of the tight spreads and clear setups, go check out Blue Guardian Futures. They let you start trading futures with up to $450k in funding. The best part, you keep 100% of your first 15k in profits, then 90% after that. No activation fees, weekly payouts, and they're sponsoring Chris Eubank Jr. and Birmingham City FC. Go take a look at blueguardianfutures.com or click the link in the description.
Okay. Why can I still hear this? Tell you what, let's mute that. Okay, there we go. Right. Okay, folks, here we go. We're underway here. Let's make this a bit bigger for you. So I've done this a couple of times now. First time was pretty good trade. It was like 3.7R. And then the second time we, what did we do? Oh, there was nothing set up for us. So what we're going to do is try and work out what's going on before doing anything stupid. Now, talking about doing something stupid, that was me yesterday. Doing this by myself, wasn't ready, and kind of screwed things up a bit. Drilled down the Blue Guardian account that I'm trading, which is this here. And yeah, you can see there that drop down there. Not something I'm proud of. It was a couple of losses, a small loss, a full loss, a break even, and a win. But unfortunately, the sizing didn't match up exactly. Right, we've moved on to the June futures contract here. So this is June. Right, so it's a 4-hour chart. I've got another screen open, so bear with me while I manage that. Double checking everyone can hear me okay, and I'm not just talking to myself. How's it going? Basketball MSN. Fasil, how's it going? Is that you, Fasil, from the show? And Medicine Info. Welcome, guys. Let's have a look at this. So it's a 4-hour chart. Okay, so I'm using two screens here. So I've got the price chart up here, but I'm actually trading Heikin-Ashi. So this is what we do as part of Gold Rush Alpha Dynamic Traders Club. So if you want to see that in action, there's links under the video here. Right. This is where I got caught out yesterday, was around here. Yeah. And we don't want to do that again. Okay, right. So I can clearly see what's happening on the 4-hour. So on the 4-hour, we are trying to get up somewhere up around 4775, which is about here. Somewhere there. Okay, so we're trying to hit these highs, which actually I didn't realize. No, we're trying to get higher. 855. Probably 85. Okay, 85. I think we're trying to get to 85, right? So there's a bit of consolidation there as well. There's some levels here that I think we're gonna find hold. So I think that's where we're looking to get to, or price is looking to get to. We've broken out of this trend line here. So we've broken out of this downtrend here, and we're now on our way up. Okay, so this has been happening for a while. Let's have a look and see if we can find a good spot to get in on a 5 or 1 minute or 2 minute chart. Okay, so unfortunately we are at the high of this sort of trend channel. So if we have a look here, we're kind of, right at that point there, which is unfortunate because that means we are looking for shorts. Well, we've got to break through this to get to our target, which I think it's ultimately going to get to. But to get there, we're probably going to be finding rejection here. So we're late in the move, is what I'm saying. We're late in the move. So potential for a reversal is what I would see here on the 4 hour. Let's have a look at the 1 hour quickly. I'm just quickly looking at the 5 minute just to make sure there's nothing that I'm missing here that's setting up really soon. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it, which is good. Okay, so we've got time. Let's have a look here. 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour. Okay, so yeah, we've got a potential so the 4 hours aiming to go up. We're looking for this retest, and we've got a big massive base sort of here, which we've just broken out of. Okay, so that's our level there. So I'm thinking we come back in here to retest this. Okay, so okay, where do we come back to? That's the question. Where do we come back to? Just going to have a bit of a play here on the other chart just to see if we can work it out. Doesn't help. Doesn't help. There's not a lot of price action, unfortunately, at that time frame. So really, what's the 16? Yeah, so 16, 14. So maybe a bit lower down here. So that's probably more like it. Okay, which is quite far away. So we're probably looking at a reversal play here. So we need to see a setup for a reversal. Okay, which is fine. Let's have a look. Are we missing anything? Unfortunately, a lot of the stuff's played out. Damn it. Okay. Just trying to see, is there something I'm missing here? Everything seems to have played out. I mean, it is late in the day, so you can expect that. Right, let's have a look at the 15 and go from there. So, right. Does anyone else do this kind of marking up with their charts? Understand what's going on here? Okay, 15. 15 once again is also not giving us a lot to go on. Yeah, is that the wrong? Or is that the one there? Yeah, it's not giving us a lot, right? So it's also not telling us that we're actually kind of at the point where we've got a reversal chance happening, which is not great. We are quite extended in this move, so we're definitely looking for a reversal. Let's dive down to the 5. So I think I've isolated the fact that we're definitely looking for a reversal. might just draw one more line on the hour chart on my other screen. Yeah, so there is confluence here that we can kind of see from here. Right, so we're basically hitting this, which is what we're trying to do. Is we're trying to basically do a reversal here. Okay, so this is our 5 minute. I'll tell you when I'm getting in, if I do get in. Still not really seeing anything that's convincing me. We want to see a break of the structure that we've got here. So we are looking for, we're currently shooting up there, right? I mean, this trend line got broken just, then closed back in, broken again. So we're kind of breaking down up here. What we want to see is a full-on breakdown of this thing. And maybe the 5 minute isn't going to give me that. Maybe we're going to need a 1 or 2. Okay. What have we got on the 1 and 2? Nothing much on the 1 and 2. Or is that a set off on the 1? Just having a look here. So yeah, there's no clear higher time frame setup, but some people might be trying to get this short on the 1 minute. So there is potential short on the 1 minute. It's not something I'm going to look at. I just don't like it. There's no real confluence here. But you missed the move, you missed the move. And plus, I think what I can see here is that we actually broken out of that trend. For crying out loud, just click the damn thing. No, so that trend's still intact, right? So that's why it's not looking flash. Okay, now we got to really think about, do we still have more on this move? Because there's nothing really showing that this thing's going to reverse at this point in time. 15 minute looks clean for more highs. 5 minutes not showing any clear signs of reversal, but also not showing a lot of scope for the upside. So we've kind of got two sides of the story here. I mean, that's quite a strong candle off the back of this trend line here. Has it got enough to go forward and do something? It is also set up for a short. And we're also in a range here, which we can see here as well. Okay, so let's see if we can find something on the 5 minute that's going to help us work out where this sucker is going. Okay, so we clearly are not. Let's magnet that one. We still haven't broken this trend line. So it's sitting right on it. It's actually, no, it's not sitting on it. It's sitting outside of it. Okay, so what have we got here? 2 minutes 20 left in the candle. Yeah, I don't like the look of this one. Unfortunately, it's not meeting the rules that I want to see. So we're going to leave it. We're going to leave it. I mean, this is assuming that the candle finishes it as it does on the Heikin Ashi chart. Yeah, we really want to see it pull back a bit more. This is so high in the move, right? You're just chasing the market at this point. Yeah, it may go on. It may go on, but you're just chasing. So we're not going to chase. We're just going to sit it out. Right. How many people watching it have downloaded and installed the TraderZen app and have given it a listen? It's completely free. It's an app that I created to help me with my trading, and damn, it was unreal in terms of what it did in the first 30 days of listening to it. I had a 12 trade winning streak. It was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, go and check it out. There's a link under the video for that when you get a chance. We're just waiting to see what happens with this. I mean, it's looking like it's broken out of this consolidation, which is a good positive sign for the upside. Unfortunately, didn't like the look of the setups where they were. Like we can see here, we're bouncing off this trend line. We're bouncing off that trend line on the 4 hour. There's just too much telling me that the move has happened. We're better off going for a reversal, even though we know it's trying to get to here. Okay, it's just the risk is just too high. So here we have got another 2 seconds left, 1 second. Okay, right. We have in fact closed outside of that range, right? So we have broken the range to the upside. Which, is a good sign that we could try and carry on. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's only just broken it, and we're at the end of the move, and we've got this resistance. So we're just going to sit on our hands and wait. Okay, and in fact, yeah, let's see what this candle does. This might be interesting. No. So we've got other time frames. We've got 1 minute. We've got 2 minutes as well. Try and find an entry. Gold Rush. Nope, not this cowboy. You mean the breakout? Is that what you're talking about? Okay, so nothing happening. We want to see a reversal sign, a good sign for reversal. I'll be honest, I don't like taking the reversal trades as much as the continuation. They tend to take a little bit longer to play out. Whereas the continuation, if you're going with the trend, and we teach this in the Dynamic Traders Club, if you're going with the trend, then basically you usually get into profit straight away. Whereas when you're trying the reversals, you usually got to sit through a bit of drawdown. That's the only downside of the reversal approach. Okay, so we've got on 2 minutes looking pretty good actually. In fact, 2 minute has given me a setup. Damn it, I actually haven't logged in. Oh dear. Jesus, did this last time. Hang on. I'm going to have to dive off and jump into my other screen because I can't actually take the trade. Hang on. Okay, so I couldn't log into my platform because I was already in it on my other machine. Oh, no. Don't tell me. Oh, no, we're good. Okay. Okay. Okay, reversal set up on the 2, so I'm going to take that. Oh, I'm putting the order in. Got another 40 seconds, then we cancel it. I'll show you in a second. Okay, so yeah, so 2. Sorry, is that the 2? Yeah, cancel the order. Okay, sorry. So it didn't see it. It didn't fill. So we cancel the order. So the order was down here. To try and get a reversal, but it didn't fill, so I cancelled it. Okay. So we try and look for another possible setup on a different time frame. Start of the month as well today. For me anyway. Everyone else is tomorrow. Everyone in New Zealand, it is today. Right. Okay, that was a long setup here on the 1. But, I mean, it's just there. Once again, too far into the move. We got a bit of scope. So this was the long setup up here. It's already in, like, yeah, so you would have got 1R now. But, yeah, the scope is not great, right? So the scope, you're kind of going to find that's where you're going to get a little bit of resistance if it doesn't break through. So it's quite hard to do it when you're also doing the YouTube stuff. Who does everyone else out there, who are you guys watching on YouTube in terms of, did they actually get to 1R? No, didn't quite get there. In terms of live trading, who are people watching? This isn't an order, by the way. This was what I was seeing set up. It's not high probability still. I mean, you're going to get stuck here. We're way at the end of the move. We're actually looking for a reversal. But it's interesting just to watch and see. Okay. What do we got? 2 minute. Nothing. 5 minute. Nothing. One minute. Nothing. Nothing's setting up here. Nothing's setting up. I think it could be time to get a coffee and then come back. What do we got? 35 seconds left on the 2. 2 minutes to get a coffee. I think that's probably about right. 1 minute's definitely not doing anything. In fact, 2 minutes not going to be doing anything either. So I'm going to just take a coffee break. And then, what the hell is this audio thing on? Oh, it's me. I'm going to take a coffee break and then, yeah, dive back into this with you folks. Hey, Bill, just looking at Instagram. Billy, how's it going? TradeFX. Andre Mornings doing UJ. What's my target? I've told you the target. Moment Doob. That was earlier on. And yeah, that's the Instagram crowd. Okay, right. I'm going to go and get a coffee. Then I'm going to come back and we're going to see if we can actually get in this baby. Nothing is setting up at the moment, but we might be able to find something on the 1 or 2. Oh, here we go. Some movement. some movement. We just need to break this trend line, really. Okay. Get my coffee cup. There we go. We got a break. We got a break. We got a break. Right. And we got a setup on 5. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. Okay. Stop loss at the high. Take profit. Moves. Okay. We're setting that in. Okay. So that's how easy it is to see a setup. So we're looking for shorts. Let's get rid of that crap. So we're looking for shorts here. Okay. So we're breaking the trend line. We're at the top of these channels here. Bang, bang. We're looking for a short. Either it's going to work or it's not. There's going to be some resistance here. When it gets to actually, yeah, it's going to be some resistance. Probably about, it's quite hard to see. It's probably about here. So it's like half an hour, which isn't the best. So we've got 2 minutes left on the 5. The good thing is if we do get a reversal here, what's the 15-minute looking like? I am going a little bit blind here in terms of what I'm trying to target. Sorry, what I'm able to see on these charts here. But is this live? Yes, it is live. It is live. Hello. Your name's up on the screen. It's live, mate. Right, so we got a couple minutes left on this 5. I want to double check this because I'm like not. Okay. I'm just moving my stop down a little bit. Sorry, my stop order down a little bit. So we're not on this. We're not in this yet. This is where we're trying to get in. Just under that candle. Okay, let's see what happens. See, as I said, with these reversal trades, so we've got 59 seconds left. The downside with them is that you do tend to get a bit of drawdown. You do tend to get a bit of drawdown. How's it going, TJ? Okay, we might get another setup though. 33 seconds left, so we might be able to move that order up a bit. I'm just having a look. Is it another setup or not? It's kind of iffy. I'm not going to lie. Nah, it's not really what I'd call a setup. 12 seconds left. It really needs a bit of buying pressure to give me another setup. Come on, a bit more buying. Nah, too much. Unfortunately, that order's out. Okay, we wait. Yeah, so we can see we've broken back into this pennant pattern here that we've got, like this kind of rising wedge. Damn it, why can I never actually remember what the hell happens here? I've got a funny feeling it breaks to the downside, or does it break to the upside? I can never remember. I hate this. And the thing is, I chuck into AI, and then it'll tell me the wrong thing, like it did last time. What's the probabilities here? Okay, what's the probabilities? With a breakout, this pattern, with a breakout from this pattern. Let's have a look. I think I asked it this last time, and it does my head, and I can never remember. Rising wedge, yep. Breakout probabilities, bearish breakout, downside is the, so yeah, downside is the breakout that we're looking for here from a probability point of view. So we've got so everything's kind of lining up for this reversal trade idea. So I'm looking at my other monitor. That's why I'm like not looking at you guys or the screen. That's in front of me. It's got more information on it for me. So no setup on the 5. Oh, actually, no, I didn't. I haven't back tested that for the reversals. I've back tested it for the trend trading. First time here, already followed and activated my notifications. Oh, legend. This is silly. Never thought I'd see a commodity trader streaming. Look, mate, it is, no word of a lie, the hardest thing in the world to do is to actually stream and trade. I've put it off for years because it's just been like, emotionally, it's no good. It is not good. It's hard to do. And I just bit the bullet the other day, last week, and thought, you know what? Just do it. Just do it. Okay, so what have we got here? We've got a head and shoulders pattern actually just formed. I'll see if I can draw it on here for you. So there it goes there. I hate setting these damn things. Don't extend to the right. So you got your head and shoulders there. So that could be the start of the reversal. Let's have a look, see if we've got anything. Nothing setting up. So early traders will be getting in here with a real super tight stop. This could be the breakout actually. Damn, just no setups for me. So if that head and shoulders holds, that is, and it breaks out here, that was probably the thing to find. And if you spotted it on the one, I don't know if you guys can see that, you're like super know what you're doing. Shoulder, head, shoulder. There's two shoulders here. So we did try on the first one and failed. This one here is the second attempt. The question is, 1 minute setup. No. It was close. 2 minute we're hoping for. Got 39 seconds left. Still no real setup, to be honest, folks. It's still not setting up. There is another strategy that I could put in play, but I don't really want to do it here. So if let's just have a quick look. This is 1 minute, like super. Oh, it has got rid of that thing. I hate it how it does that. Extend to the right. Okay, so let's see where this one closes. All right, so it's broken out. It's broken out of both of these two things here. So is it going to hold? Is a question. No, it's a massive fake out. Massive fake out. Okay. That's why we have setups. That's why we have setups, folks. So we don't get caught into these kind of traps. So there was nothing setting up on any time frame. There were. Was I set up wrong? It was just too messy. It was all too messy. Okay, we're still smashing against this. We do want to try and get to our target, obviously. So ChatGPT or whatever it was, Gemini, don't really use ChatGPT anymore. That was, well, it still hasn't broken out of this, really. It's kind of, in fact, that could be the end of the move there. It still hasn't broken out one way or the other. Breaking out to the downside, breaking out to the upside. I mean, if you do it here, you've kind of still in this. Okay, breakout, retest. Still nothing setting up. I mean, like, I've sat here, and this is what we've had, folks. We've had this massive range, which has just been horrendous. Does it break out? Let's see. 3, 2, 1. Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. I tricked everyone who thought it was going to break out. It actually broke back in. Okay, what do we got here in the comments? Still new to it, TJ. Okay. Oh, damn it, I've got this light in front of the comments. When will be gold came in sailing? Hard to understand that one. Okay. So let me look here. Okay, that's so that was the retest. Would it be wrong to check high time frame like a daily to see if the movement is approaching a resistance level? No, that's what we do. That's what we do all the time. Well, that's what I do all the time anyway. It's just that I don't like. You can usually get a daily on a 4 hour, 1 hour. I actually did a daily idea on my trading view. Let's have a look. So that was my daily for the week. So the idea was we come back down and smash that. In fact, fortunately, we've already hit the target and we never got the entry. So had the direction right, but just didn't come back enough. I think I might have actually hit that trend line. Not 100. No, just I hit that one there. It hit that trend line there and then shot. So the trend stayed intact. So daily. What is it? 7 for 32 is those highs there. I've sort of said, well, looks like we're trying to get up here. This is probably why it's struggling. It's in here, although there's nothing really left there. Okay, broke out, broke back in. This could be us looking for the short soon, because that looks like half decent setup for shorts on a price chart. A 2 minute, 15 minute. What are we doing here? 23 seconds left on the 5 minute. We've got a clean setup. Well, we've got a start of a clean setup on a one minute, and a 2 minute. If we can, we've got another minute left on the 2 minute, so there might be something there. So start of something that's looking promising on a 1 minute, but unfortunately, there's no setup. So we kind of have to wait. Right. Trading is already the hardest thing. 95% of people start trading since inception of trading doesn't exist. Why make it harder and give yourself an edge by showing people what you do? So it's a good question. Why show people what I do? Well, the reality is I'm just walking you through the price chart. I'm not actually showing you what I do. I'm showing you what I do without showing you what I do. All my information is not on these charts, only a little bit. It's on my other screen. Okay, so it's 2 minute. Yeah, that looks like it's. It looks like it's. That looks like it's set up. Yep. Shit, I might not be able to catch this. No, it's not a setup. It looked like a setup because I wasn't zoomed in. It's a good point. Why would I make it harder? Because I'll tell you why. Because I do a lot of YouTube on this channel, and I haven't got any videos to go live this week. So I thought, why not do this and give people an insight into what's going on with my actual trading. Okay, so this is looking super messy now, right? So we've kind of, this pennant pattern is destroyed. I mean, it's still holding on here. It's holding on here. Yeah, it's holding on, but it's still not great. Still not great. Okay, come on, 1 minute. No, it's not going to do anything on the 1. 2 minute, not really satisfactory for me. One minute looks half decent, but it's not really there. Oh, no, actually, sorry. Yeah, it's not good at all. 5 minute. Have we got something on the 5 coming our way? Five minute. We've got another minute left. I don't think we're going to see it on the 5 either. So yeah, the one, some people might see the one and go, all right, the one is good. That's the only problem with this, is they might see the one and go, the one is good. 5 minute is now looking like it could be okay. Although, look, the move is happening. The move is happening. Yeah, people said on the one, they were like, yep, you know what? This is it. This is good enough for me. I've waited all day. It's good enough for me. And they've got in. And they got in. They didn't get in on this big red candle. They got in up in here. Okay, so we've kind of missed the best entry, possibly, because it all kind of makes sense now. You can see it. We might be able to get in on a retest and this continuation. So we might actually change from a reversal to a continuation on the one. Well, we're definitely not reversal now. The two, there was a couple of good looking setups. They would have given you 1R by now. You're on a 1 minute. The aggressive 1 minute traders are already at 3R, right? They're already at 3R, and is it 3R or 2R? Yeah, so them almost 2R. So the aggressive 1 minute traders would have got in. They would have been looking at 2R here, and either taking profit, which is why you're seeing it push back, or not, and holding on, and then just, this is the aggressive guys, right? So they're super aggressive. Okay, now it's just getting a little bit volumey, 11 past the hour. This is not as good as yesterday in terms of trying to get an entry. There's just no setup here. What's this? 4 minutes left on the 5. These candles are starting to get a little bit too unwieldy for me. I.e., there's not a good, there's no good scope here. Oh dear. Well, like, I mean, this is the problem with this, right? And the reason that we're not getting in is because this thing is just not setting up properly. I mean, the pennant pattern now has been disrespected twice. We're still at the highs here, which makes going long just super scary. And it's just too much. It's just too risky. Like, I mean, where did you want to get in this move? You either wanted to get in here, here, or here. You do not want to get in here for a long. You just don't want to get in there. Even though it looks like it's trying to break out, and it may break out, it's just too high risk, low reward. Yeah. So if you go, okay, well, that's the best place to get in here, stop loss down here, and now you might make like 0.1 or whatever. It's just too the risk to reward is just not there. Although I like the look of some of the 1 minute action just to confirm that reversal is going to try and happen. But it just didn't happen that time. 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour. Oh, you've got my lines drawn on the other chart for 1 hour. Okay. Well, let's have a look at some of these comments here. What are your thoughts on being a discretionary trader? Well, I'll give you my thoughts on not being discretionary, and that probably give you the answer. So if you're completely mechanical, i.e. you've got only rules that are rigid in stone with like zero discretion being It's actually quite a hard question to answer. Sorry, I just want to see this 1 minute. We might be able to get in on the 1 minute now. Yeah. Okay, so I'm setting an order for the 1. Real low risk, high reward. So we're going short on the 1 under this candle. And we've got to break. The problem is we've got to break out of this again. There is a fair value gap here, so there's kind of a couple of things against it. But I mean, we're talking 1 minute here. We're looking at higher time frame as the reason to stay in this baby and give this a crack and accept the fact that you could lose this trade easy. Could easily lose it. It might actually give us another setup on the next candle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't really like it. It's not going to give us a setup. Okay, so that's the second attempt at a short that didn't work. Sorry, I didn't draw it on here. But we're looking to get short at the low of this candle here. Didn't happen. Okay, which we move on. Yeah, it's a tough one. That's a tough one. Okay, so look, if you've got a fully mechanical system, i.e. you build in a mechanical system and just code it in. I've done millions of them. You will eventually find out that the system will work for a period of time, and then in other periods it just won't work very well. And that's where your discretion needs to come in, right? So if you are just purely basing it on mechanical approach, you're gonna struggle over the long term. You'll get some great periods and some very average periods. And the average periods will outweigh the great periods, which in turn means you end up damn it, was that a setup for a long on the 5? It actually was, but I mean, I'm not happy with. I'm not going long, so we're just not gonna. We're not gonna even think about that. Yeah, so if I would say it's a tough. Yeah, it's a tough question. It's a tough question to answer. So yeah, thoughts on being a discretionary trader. So like the first thing is you need to understand how to read price action, right? Which 99.95 or 99% of people don't have enough knowledge to read price action, especially from YouTube. If that's where you're getting your education, even if you get buy 20 courses, you'll get a better understanding of price action. In fact, if you do want a course that will give you a ton of have a head start, then check out dynamictradersclub.com/free is the URL. It's underneath the video. Check out that course. There's a 50-day bonus foundation pass in here that will give you guys like a massive head start on everyone else around reading price action. Okay, so first of all, yeah, if you don't really understand how to read price action, then yeah, you're going to struggle. Second one is if you, I mean, you've got to still have rules, right? You can't just be discretionary. You've got to have rules, but your rules need to be, you just use them across multiple charts. And some of the things will be discretionary, like, okay, although you're seeing me just draw random lines here, these aren't random. The other discretion element is, okay, head and shoulders pattern here. Well, let's say it was here. So it's not perfect, but it's kind of there. So it doesn't need to be perfect. Pennant pattern doesn't need to be perfect. So there is an element of at the entry candle. What's your entry candle or pattern, candle pattern, or whatever your entry setup is? You need to sort of weigh things up. Sometimes an entry might have you might have to discretionarily sort of go versus all the other things I'm seeing on the chart. Is this what it looks like? Yes or no? That's discretion. So yeah, I think ultimately discretionary traders, i.e., they have a discretion as to, like, is this the setup or not? And is this close enough, far away from, too big, too small, whatever? Yeah, this is something like, for example, so mechanical, you're getting all these setups in here that I'm talking about, but on a higher time frame, I'm seeing something that, I'm not happy with what I'm seeing. So here we've got breakout and then a retest of this trend line here, a second retest. Like anyone going for trend trading at this point, you're sort of way up on the move. I'm not willing to take that. I think the probabilities are not in my favor at this point for going long. And as you've seen, I could have got chopped up a million times in here. And unfortunately, it's just one of those days where nothing's really looking great from a price action point of view. I've come in too late. I should have been here. Where was a good setup for me? Okay, so I don't know if there was a good setup, to be honest, today on a fight, just looking at a 5 minute. Okay, was that a setup? I don't necessarily know if I can see one here. Okay, there was a no. There was a half setup. There was no perfect setup for me. Oh, no, that's not even a setup. No, there wasn't really. Maybe one half setup. Yeah, one. Yeah, maybe one. Actually, this candle that we had 2 candles ago was probably the best one we had, but just at the wrong spot. So I don't necessarily want to take one at this far into a move. It's just, there's no point. Oh no, that was for a short. Or was that the hang on. 2 minute. There was a setup on the 2 minute that I just missed talking to you guys, and also on the 1 minute. Might not have taken. I still wouldn't have taken it because we're going long. It would have paid, but I'm not taking them. You never debugged your system, or you didn't test it and walk forwards. Yeah, look, I think you're talking about automated trading. So yeah, done all that. It's, you can get them, don't get me wrong, but they're going to be slow growth, and they're going to be slow growth systems, basically. And it's going to take you a long time to find the one that's going to work. And you've got to test it across all the multiple markets, Monte Carlo, all that sort of stuff, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so the real fact is that if you know what the markets will do, so how do you, as a discretionary trader, mitigate the unknown? Well, I think you've just seen it today in terms of, I think the market will go up here. You don't know. You never know, right? So you said here that you never know what the market's. How do you just mitigate the unknown? Okay, yeah. So I think it'll go up here, right? Ultimately, how do I mitigate it? Well, I also think that there should be resistance here, which we've seen, and we're kind of just breaking out now. So therefore, I go, well, even though we're going up here, I don't want to take a trade up here, and I don't want to take a trade this far into a move. that's all discretionary, right? It's like, so this far into a move will define the move. From an algorithmic point of view, it's kind of hardish to go, was that the move? Was that the move? Was that the move? Or was this the move? So it's, yeah, that's where the discretion comes in. So yeah, that's so then, and then you have rules that you base things around, right? So where, a setup, bunch of setups that you're going to use to get into a trade. You got your bias. That's what I'm kind of doing at the moment. I've got a bias which is short. I'm standing going for reversals, so I'm not really looking for any long setups, even though there has been one on a 5 minute that's almost paid. There's definitely been two on a 1 and a 2 minute. I think it might have been the same trade actually. Yeah, it was the same trade. So let's say one more that's paid. And that's really, was it being out others? No, actually, even that one was kind of not really a, when I say, maybe I'm being a little bit confusing. That one probably, ironically, was a reversal trade. But yeah, as I said before, it wasn't the best setup. So there's been no clean setups. When you see a clean setup, you know a clean setup. So like once again, oh no, sorry, I thought we had broken back in. It looks like we're trying to break back in, but we might retest this again. I mean, this has turned into a big mess, this pennant pattern. And it's probably because of the time of day we're at. The other thing you could say as well, we're now retesting this. Do we get a clean retest here? In which case, the 4 hours still smashing against levels. The 1 hour still struggling. It's almost at a point where you go, well, the 1 minute's kind of setting up for a short. Sorry, should I say? So if the 1 minute, the 2 minute is not setting up for a short. So you really want the 2 minute to look like the 1 minute, but it's not. I mean, the 2 minute might actually give us a short, but it's not my setup. That's the only thing. So yeah, 1 minute's probably looking best, but unfortunately the 1 minute moves pretty quick and can eventually get to its target before giving you a setup. Okay, so we can see here, diving in a little bit further, this is what I'm noticing, is we're kind of trying to break out from here. If we do break out from there, we've now screwed this pennant pattern over twice. It could be a third time and break down again. So we have broken out from there. This little trend line here. But once again, no setups other than we could get a setup on this new setup that I've got running as an indicator. Depends on how the 5 minute closes. But currently looks like it is setting up for it. That might be the best bet. Although it's also set up long. And you've got to kind of trust the higher time frame at this point. So yeah, breakout, retest on this pennant pattern to the pip. Okay, we're still not getting anything. So my best bet might be the 5 minute with this this new indicator pattern that's been built in. The only thing is like reasons that it's trying to go long as well, which you're now conflicted between the lower time frame telling you, okay, there's a setup short for your reversal trade, but there's also previously just been a setup long. In fact, 2 reasons to go long on the 5 minute. So all in all, it's not looking great. We've got a minute to make a decision. I think this 5 minute will give us the setup. And looking at the time, we've only got 25 minutes left before this thing kicks me out of a trade. So ultimately, I would have liked to have been in at this point. So even if this does give a setup, I'm just going to sit it out and monitor, because there's no point in getting into it, because I know these setups can come with a bit of drawdown, and I don't really want to get into a trade and then be stuck in drawdown for 25 minutes to then be taken out at a loss. So unfortunately, I'm going to try again in Asia, jump back on. So yeah, just so we can actually have a look here, the setup would have been to go short, 2 seconds, 1 second at the low of this candle here. If that gets triggered in, that would be our setup short. But yeah, 25-minute window we've now looking at is not great. And stop loss would be, I'll tell you, it's probably going to be a bit higher than that for this particular entry setup, which means you're looking for it to go a bit longer. Probably be better here. These are stop order entries if anyone's unfamiliar. We hot double top on the 1 minute as well. We hope a double top. Sorry, YouTube, Grant Sheepers. Just reading a thing now. It doesn't come through on my normal feed. Swing trades on high time frames, mainly 4-hour pullbacks aligning with trend, but could go a week without a setup. Curious if you have thoughts on higher. So Grant, I don't know if you're still watching this, but if you are, I showed this earlier on in the feed. Here are my higher time frame thoughts, all logged for you to go and check out on my TradingView profile. Okay, yeah, this is an absolute shit show here. Look at that. Whipsaw, whipsaw, whipsaw. Good luck trading that. Good luck. Okay, 3 minutes left on this. We're just going to have a look and see what happens. I might wrap this baby up soon. If you're on the likes of Black Bull, then you can carry on trading this, because they don't close the market until the market close in about an hour and a half. Yeah, an hour and a half's time. While we're waiting for this, been having an absolute disaster with the car situation. Honestly, anyone got any good recommendations on a car? Looking for a hybrid, potentially a plug-in hybrid, but ideally not. Have had a look at the BYD Sea Line. I just need something to hold the golf clubs. It's like trying to get something with a boot that's big enough is a nightmare. It's hybrids. Yeah, the BYD Sea Line is what I'm looking at. Wife's definitely not keen for me to get a Tesla, so I'm not getting a Tesla. And what else have we got here? Yeah. And yeah, anyone got any thoughts on a good car? Toyota, yeah, I checked the Toyota yesterday. I drove one, I did a Corolla Cross, that's what it was. And to be honest, I'm a bit spoiled at the moment, and the the whatever the premium edition was just average. I was like, and plus they were just trying to screw me on the price, so didn't fancy that. Thank you, Jazz Lounge. Oh, okay. So you're an automated trader. Well, I can't. Why are you watching this? I can't understand it. But thank you for taking part. I've had a look at that. Actually, I haven't had a look at that. I mean, the thing is, V-dubs aren't very popular here in New Zealand in terms of, I think just people don't. I mean, it's harder to get the parts because you've got to get them from Europe. That's the only thing. So Asian cars tend to be a little bit more accepted because you can get parts if something goes wrong, etc. That said, AI has recommended the MG. You found not automated. What do you mean you've been? I think you just said I've been 100% of 4 systematic decades. 100% for systematic. Oh, versus discretionary. Okay. I mean, thing is, don't get me wrong. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Not the same thing. Gotcha. Don't get me wrong. Systematic. I understand. Okay. So that one was a no go. Yeah. Systematic is like, ABC, just you enter and you wait for forever and a day to get the setup normally. This one, what we teach in Dynamic Traders Club is a system that you will get multiple trades a day. Multiple trades a day, like 10, 11 trades. Unfortunately, we've come in at not a great time. I've missed a couple of setups because I'm being discretionary in terms of which ones I'm taking and which ones I'm not. And I mean, in fact, there's one that's just played out now, which some other traders may have taken. Oh, actually, no. If you're in the know, you wouldn't have taken it anyway. And you probably, that's right. You would have taken it, and you would have made. How much would you have made? You would have got your money back, like made 1R. Let's double check that. Oh, no, not quite. It was like almost there. Not quite. So you probably wouldn't have quite made your money back on that one yet, but it probably will get there now, I think, with this thing failing. It is trying to break out of this. It's trying to break out of this. But as I said, and that's probably why it struggled here and done all this crap, because it's just like it's trying to get up there, but it knows that we've got all these people who are trying to fade this trend line and fade this trend line. And there's one here on the 1 hour as well, which I haven't drawn in. So there's debate, which is the same one as this one, I believe. They're basically like all these people have been trying to fade and get in on this trend line for the short, but then there's a bunch of people going, no, I know it's going up here, and it's all this crap we've had to deal with to get up there. Is just that's the problem. So had we turned up here at a different time, it would have been a different story. But yeah, so underlying this discretionary, what looks like a chaotic mess for me, is very systematic entry approach and exit approach taught at Dynamic Traders Club Gold Rush Alpha by it's my mentor JJ, who has taught me pretty much everything I need to know around reading price action. He's at a much higher level than me. Just the way he looks at things is ridiculous. So go and check it out. But yeah, first of all, check out there's free stuff here, like a 50-day course, better candlestick guide and video, and then also the Traders Zen app. I should have played the episode today. This is looking to get an overhaul very soon as well, this app. Okay, I think we're going to wrap this up, guys and girls. Finally, from Kick, I don't know, Angel. We'll just call you Angel. Good to see interest in commods, going to be huge commod cycle, commodities, yeah. Okay, yeah. It's gold. Gold's not really a commodity, unfortunately. Right. What an uneventful time. What a load of rubbish. This, I mean, try to navigate this is it's tough. It's tough. I'm not going to lie. Good news is we came out break even again. And hopefully I get to have a go in Asia. What do I want to see in Asia? Let's just have a look here from a price action point of view for the Asia session that's coming up, so that we can have a little bit of... So if this breaks out, which just looks like it's still trying to do, okay, if we get a breakout here, ideally in Asia, I do want to see it come back to sort of roundabout here, where we drew on the hourly. So sort of somewhere around this area of consolidation to get a retest. That's what I want it to do. It's probably not going to happen in Asia. So we have a look at the hourly chart and go, well, what's more realistic? It's just so far into the move. You really want to pull back to go long. And I do want to go long. That's the thing. That's the problem. And it aligns with the stuff that I put on here at the beginning of the week. Oh, actually, yeah, so I was expecting it to get up here. I mean, that was my conservative target. It's already there, right? It's bypassed it. So we're now hitting these levels here. So that was, yeah, probably where I was looking to get it to. It's probably trying to get to this trend line as well. Okay, so finish it off here. Techniques, it's insulating metal, not just precious metals. Oh, okay, right. Okay, yeah, I see what you mean. More like it's okay at this point. Okay, I'm not sure. Bob. Anyway, yeah, Techniques is insulating metal. Okay, cool. All right, guys and girls, thank you for watching. I'll be interviewing my very first mentor, Andre Stewart, later on in the next couple of hours. So if you've got any questions, chuck them in my... Oh, actually, where could you send them? Just post them in the comments here, and I'll see if I can ask them. All right, guys, thank you for watching. We'll see if we can do this again this week. Enjoy your trading week.
Hey folks, what a view behind me. I'm at Black Bull Markets headquarters here in Auckland, New Zealand. Speaking of views, you can get TradingView paid plans for free at Black Bull Markets, saving you up to $600 a year. That's right, get either the Essential, Plus or Premium plans absolutely free, and all you need to do is trade from one lot a month at Black Bull Markets. And you can also get a 100% deposit bonus for your first deposit up to $1,000. All you need to do is click the Trading Nut link in the description below. Hey, if you like futures because of the tight spreads and clear setups, go check out Blue Guardian Futures. They let you start trading futures with up to $450k in funding. The best part, you keep 100% of your first 15k in profits, then 90% after that. No activation fees, weekly payouts, and they're sponsoring Chris Eubank Jr. and Birmingham City FC. Go take a look at blueguardianfutures.com or click the link in the description.